Stepping Stones, A Refugee's Family's Journey by Margaret Rurs, artwork by Nizar Al-Badir. Now, before I even start, I want you to check out the interesting artwork on the front cover that is all done in stones. There's an interesting foreword in the book that is great for grown-ups to read. The artwork alone in this picture is amazing, and I urge you to read about the artist before you share this book with students. I even like the quote in the beginning: "Peace cannot be forever. It can only be achieved by understanding." And here's the artist at work. I'm going to read part of this book. "Rama, wake up. The rooster crowed every morning when we still lived at home. From my warm bed, I listened as Mama prepared breakfast. Bread, yogurt, juicy tomatoes from our garden." Do you notice? Look, there's it's also written in Arabic, so it's a bilingual book. Again, all of those are made of stones. The rooster. "When I was little, not so long ago, my brother Sammy, our friends, and I played on sun-baked soil. We laughed, ran across rocks and sand, free as birds. When Papa came in from the fields, he would sit for a time under the orange tree and tell stories of our ancestors." So the stories about Rama. "In that not-so-distant memory, we were free. Free to play, free to go to school, free to buy fruit and vegetables at the market, free to laugh and chat, drink tea with neighbors, always 3 cups. But that was then, and this is now." Again, look at the cool stones. Look here. "Back then, Jeddo, my grandfather, fished. Papa worked in the fields. Mama sewed silk scarves for me and my dolls, wrapped in silk and hugs. I did not know our lives would soon change forever." But Jeddo said we weren't really free. If we weren't allowed to sing our own songs, to dance our dances, to pray the prayers of our choice, are we truly free? Look at that. You can see the barbed wire. This stone artwork is amazing. "Then war came to our country," and we're talking about Syria here, although it doesn't say that. "Life in our village changed. Nothing was as it had been. Soon there was not enough food. Rama shared this bowl of soup with Sammy. I didn't know then that Mama would go hungry, but we still had Mama's hugs and Jeddo's arms to hold us." Okay, and now we're sort of getting in, things get a little bit worse. "Then the birds stopped singing. People began to leave our village, first a trickle, then a stream, across the dusty fields under a burning sun, a stream driven by hope, mothers, fathers, children seeking a better place and a better life. A river of strangers in search of a place to be free, to live and laugh and to love again, in search of a place where bombs did not fall, where people did not die on their way to the market, a river of people in search of peace." I love the words here. I think that even though they use sparse language, it really conveys the story of what's happening, especially for a younger audience. "At first, when our neighbors leave, I didn't mind. Still, Mama and Papa and Jeddo and Sammy, I still had friends. We waved goodbye, not knowing they wouldn't come back. One day, Jeddo told Sammy and me it was time to join the river of people, time to leave all that we knew. That night, I lay in bed and cried because I knew I would never again hear the crow of the rooster, the creak of the gate, the bleat of the goat. I lay awake and listened to the wind, wondering if the moon rises the same way in other places." I love the poetic words that are used here. And as you notice, when the background gets darker, it's a little bit sadder. And these are things that you could talk about with students about what's happening. I also noticed down in the corner where the author has the illustrator has his little stone there that has his name on it. I think kids will really enjoy looking at the artwork here. And I'm going to read a little bit more. "When we walked to the end of the earth, and when we reached it, there was the sea. We set sail on the waves of hope and prayer. I was frightened as the waves battered our little boat, and not everyone made it safely across. We said prayers for those whose journey ended at sea. And Mama's planting seeds to grow flowers to remember those who did not reach freedom. Again, simple words to explain some very big ideas, talking about all the people that are, the number of people who fled the war in Syria and are refugees. And on we walked, and as you can see, the background's a little bit lighter now, and they're a little bit more hopeful. On we walked, and now we walked across lands free from war, free from guns and bombs, and free from fear. Now we walked in hope. At last we came to our future. Our neighbors welcomed us with open arms. I heard their voices, but didn't understand their words. But when I saw their smiles, I knew what the words meant. Stay, they said, stay here with us. You will be safe now, no more war. They shared what they had, clothes, food, and even a new doll. We have a new home now, a home with new sounds and smells, with smiles and people who help. Will this always be home, or will we go back one day? You see again, the background's a little bit dark here. The lucky ones, they call us. New memories, new hopes, new dreams, not of war, but of peace. And there's more about the author and the stone illustrator. I think this book has a lot of opportunities to talk in a very, some hard themes here about refugees leaving a crisis. I think students can get a lot out of this. This could be even used for upper grades to talk about the refugee crisis. It's very pertinent. I think there's a lot of discussion to assist students in understanding in a delicate way what's happening. I highly encourage you to use this book to talk about the refugee crisis. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.